Hello all, and thank you for watching this. This is a video I decided to do about 2.5 weeks after coming out as transgender. I've made some changes to my look, obviously. Practicing a bit more of my voice. I'm not really at the point where I can do it for extended periods of time because it gives me kind of an accent that almost annoys me a little. But if I don't talk with an accent, or if I don't talk like that, it's a bit rough to hear myself. And so since I'll likely be watching this video, this is a little bit easier to take than hearing my regular voice because it's something I've always hated. I was told that before I came out that this would be the hardest thing that I've probably ever done in my life, and in a way that's true, but in a way it isn't. I have had such an amazing support network, and everyone I've told so far has been nothing but supportive. Even the ones that weren't overly negative, they were just more confused, and who could really blame them? You know, when you think you know someone for 29 years and they just drop this info on you, it can be tough. And I'm kind of making this video to talk about the experiences I've had and to kind of shed some light on it, because there are a lot of questions that I've had about when I knew. And to be honest, I didn't know, not for a long time. I was probably 26, 27 before I had an inkling of what it was. And it wasn't until recently that I knew what it was. The biggest sign I had was probably... It's something that I've always had. I've never liked to have my picture taken. I hated it. And I've hated everything, and anyone that sort of had me on Facebook would know that for 4 fucking years, it was a photo of me laying in bed with basically all covered, and Bailey, the sweetest dog I've ever had, laying with me. And it's because that was one of the few photos that I liked of myself, and it's because 90% of myself and my face is hidden. But more so than that, I reached a real dark point in my life probably about 7 or 8 years ago, and I was living with my grandparents, and I had to shower once to get ready for work, and I was doing fine. I was ready to go to work, and I caught myself in the mirror, and all I could feel was intense hatred, and I wanted to kill what I saw so much that I legitimately tried. I tried to kill myself. And at a point where I thought I'd succeeded, I sent a message to my brother, who, we were never really the closest, and I sent him a message saying that I loved him, and that was the tip that something was wrong. So he came and he checked on me, and he found me, and he rushed me to the hospital, and I was okay. And my family asked why, because I was depressed, but this was a whole new level. And I couldn't give them the exact reasoning of it. All I could say is that I hate myself. I hate looking at myself, and it's why small things such as getting in the shower was such a challenge. I used to turn the hot water on and keep the mirror off and let the mirror fog, because I just couldn't stand to see myself. And anyway, after that attempt, I realized that, my way of reaching out to my brother was my cry for help, and it was a sign that I didn't want to kill myself, and that basically I wasn't done here yet. So, in a way, a part of me did die because I never was really suicidal again after that. I had moments where I was just basically like, shoot me or fucking end me, but it was never to the point of where I actually wanted to do it. And I just continued on. I thought that maybe I just wasn't happy with myself because of X, Y, Z reasons. I tried losing weight. I got my hair cut. And nothing, not a damn thing ever made it better. It was just, it was awful. And then, a couple of months ago now, it's probably about 5. A relatively harmless comment. It was someone at work just trying to have a joke with me. Basically said, "You're that special kind of Ed Sheeran ugly." And that basically shattered my entire world because I thought that maybe only I could see the ugliness and that it wasn't outside, but apparently it was. And so that actually was a big reason in why I lost so much weight. I entered into a competition at work. I started at 96. I went down to 87. I've started putting a little bit back on due to stress and stuff. Again, I'm back at 90, but I want to get down to about 80. But even when I lost weight, I was happier, but I still wasn't happy. And I've always been a relatively feminine person. I knew that. Every stuff that seemed masculine to me seemed wrong. I've shaved under my arms ever since I was 15. I always shaved my chest. I hate it. I thought it was just a hatred of body hair, leg hair, and that didn't bother me so much. But I always knew myself as somewhat feminine. So for my birthday, I thought, as a joke, it would be good to go to do a pimps and hoes theme, because then it would give me an excuse to go as a hoe and I could dress up as a girl, and I always like to feel pretty. And this way it was for memes, you know, it's a joke, ha. And that was probably the tipping point. That was the first time when I had done that. I looked at myself, and while I was playing pretend, it was the first time in my life I didn't feel like I was playing pretend anymore. And I probably had one of the best nights of my life because I felt like I could let how I really felt out, because it was under the guise of a joke. He's acting girly because, you know, he's pretending to be a girl. And that was eye-opening for me, and also really, really scary, because when I realized that, I realized it was sort of like opening Pandora's box and I couldn't put it back. And pretty much at that point I was like, this is something I'm gonna have to do. This could change a lot of things. A lot of people could probably start really disliking me after this, or not understanding, or not wanted anything to do with me. But it's something that, if I don't do it, is probably gonna kill me. And so I confessed it all to my partner, and she's been nothing but supportive. I confessed it all to my best friend, and someone I used to live with, and she's been amazing. She's been more amazing than she'll ever know, and a big part of why I am the person that I am today. And I owe her everything, and I wish that I could give her half as much as what she deserves, because she's supported me even when she's had to go through her own stuff, and basically been there. But I decided that I would come out to work first, because we were holding an event called Midsummer, and I wanted to go as the real me. I wanted to go as Elise and work towards leaving Shannon behind. And work was amazing. And in Midsummer, I went as Elise. I went as me. And it was probably one of the best days I've ever had. Everyone was so nice to me. And that scared it. That I thought this would be something that I would slowly need to sort of go into and that, but when I'm dressed like this, I don't hate myself. I can make videos like this and look at myself and not want to hurt what I see. Mostly. I did have an episode the other night where I literally caught myself and had to shave like 5, 6, 7, fucking 8 times until a point where I'd hurt myself because it basically just broke me. But 90% of the time, I'm okay. And that's a big improvement from before where I was okay 10% of the time. 20 if I'm being generous. And I'm a lot happier, and even people that basically don't need to support me have been good. Like I went out today and I bought stuff because I'm going to a wedding tomorrow, and I'm going as Elise. With the permission of the people at the wedding, of course. And the shopkeepers were lovely because they knew I was out of my depth. I had been a man for so long that stuff like, shoe sizes and that, and they were amazing, and they were showing me all kinds of tips and tricks, and talking to me about the problems that I would have. Like I have really broad shoulders. Like I'm not on HRT or anything like that yet, so I'm gonna look like a man for a fucking incredibly long time. So finding a dress that isn't gonna make me look worse was a bit of a challenge, but there was a really nice place who did, and they weren't strange about it. They weren't odd. They were nice. They they helped me. They pointed out things that would hide the insecurities that I had, and stuff like that seems small, but to me is huge, because it's nice to be seen the way that I want people to see me, and I'm super excited to go on this adventure and share it all with you and finally show the world the real Elise, the Elise that I wish I could have shown people 10 years ago and that I didn't wait. But most of all, I'm excited to show a happier me, and I am a lot happier. I don't think I've ever been this happy in my life with myself. Other things are great, but for the first time, I'm able to look at myself in the mirror when I do my own makeup. I am able to get ready for the day, and I do have gripes. There are things I want to fix, but overall I'm really, really happy with myself, and I'm really happy in general. And to me, that's the most important thing. And I want to thank everyone for being so amazing. You've made probably what was meant to be the hardest thing in my life so incredibly fucking easy. And I will make everything up to you. And I'm going to work on making everything up to the people that I've hurt and that I've confused by all the self-sabotaging and bad decisions I've made before. And there is one person in mind that I have to make up the world to, because she has been amazing. She's been a big reason of why I am who I am today. She's been a big reason of why I have half the strength that I do have. And the worst part is I probably hurt her more than I hurt anybody else, and instead of dropping me, she's been nothing but amazing. She's a genuinely good person, and I'm going to spend probably a good portion of the rest of my life making it up to her, and I will, to the best of my ability. It'll probably never ever be enough, but she needs to know exactly how important she is and what a good person she is. I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm probably gonna do another update in maybe another 2 weeks, and go from there. But to everyone, thank you so incredibly much. I hope that this has helped answer some questions. If it hasn't, feel free to leave a comment either on my video or on my Facebook, where I'm going to post this to, and I will try and answer it. And I love you all, and I hope you have an awesome weekend. Bye.